Welcome to Moonlight Madness. We've just done Pisces readings. That was pretty heavy. So if you want to watch Pisces, if you're a cross watcher and you might be going through something, you want to get a better answer, sometimes it is easier to cross watch. What I'm using today is the Tarot by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. It's the Fairy Tarot, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette-Baron-Reid, and the Enchanted Map by Colette-Baron-Reid. Must get a new deck. This one is absolutely falling apart. So we've got Pisces was March, we're into April. This is Aries. Oh, the first bottom of the deck I pulled. I just was meant to look at that, and I just got this from the last reading. So if you have Aries in your chart, you might be a rising sign. Check the Pisces reading. We've got Two of Cups, and I pulled out the Soulmate card, and Gemini is also could be part of your chart, your natal chart. So this is talking about falling in love and making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. So if you've had a separation, Aries, you've had an argument and it spanned, like, instead of spanned a couple of days, it's spanned a couple of years. There's a way to fix and heal this if you can go back and revisit it. See how he's brought all those beautiful red roses to her feet, and he's asking for her forgiveness because he's got her hand in his. Or it could be that he's asking for her hand in marriage. It could be an engagement, a proposal, something that's coming in left of field that you were not prepared for. So you may have had a halt in proceedings as far as, maybe I got in the last reading in Pisces card, it was like contracts or divorce or marriage contracts. There might have been a hold up in proceedings in order for them to come out and propose to you, or you to propose to them. That's just for some of you out there. Oh God, so many cards. Okay. I'm going to take two. Yeah. Separation. So there was a separation, and in the past it was the death or the end of a relationship, or with the way that relationship was able to continue. Sadness. Three Swords is like, it could also represent some sort of operation. So some of you may have to go to hospital for a minor surgery. So just be careful when you're walking around or what you're doing, Aries, because we've just come out of a full moon, and that last full moon was powerful. My mum cut her hand open, something random, like picking up a pot plant, and just picked it up the wrong way, and it sliced open her hand. And that's maybe that's why I'm picking this up for Aries, because I've got the Aries ascendant. And I was shocked because they tore through her tendon, almost cut a tendon, and they had to put her in a cast, an arm casket, and she couldn't use it, and she's got to get the stitches out in 6 weeks. But it was something totally left of field. That's what full moons are about. Full moons, things come out of the blue. You might get that job. You might be told your marching orders if you're in a job that you don't like. Car accidents, people stealing stuff from you, losing objects, losing keys, losing wallet, phone. I lost my phone. Well, it died. So yeah, it's all to do with the full moon. It's a powerful moon. And it's a Scorpio moon. Things that are hidden are yet to be revealed. But things that haven't yet to be revealed will come to light. There will be a secret you will unravel. I feel there's something that's going on behind the scenes, and I got this with Pisces reading, that you are yet to find out, and I'm beginning to think that it will have something to do with someone who needs an operation or who's not well. And then someone in your past, or you had in the past, a superpower to skate on thin ice, and there's no water in sight there. She's skating, but she's got that last drop of water. So this to me is like the vaccine. No one had anything, and then all of a sudden they had something. It was left of field, and we're coming into the age of Aquarius, so that's what that's about. It's the Aquarius energy coming out. Things are going to be discovered that were currently hidden from view. We couldn't find the answer to solutions. We're now finding solutions out of this vaccine. So something bad happened, something good come out of it. We've actually found ways to treat this virus with not only one but 3 vaccines, and we're working on several offers of other ones. So I'm getting there's actually 7 different strains coming in the next 7 years. I had a forward vision that we're still wearing masks in 10 years' time. So if that's to tell you anything, this is not the end of it. This COVID thing is going to continue, and I think they need to be working around the clock in finding strategies and coming up with things to get out of the situation where we're finding ourselves in. Oh, love. This could be new love. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new relationship, or the awakening of psychic abilities that are becoming very strong, or spiritual epiphanies. And it can also mean mending the love. If you've had a fallout, Ace of Cups is always a really good card to get. It's the beginning of opening your heart, of telling people how you feel, of cracking up I mentioned this in the Pisces reading, cracking open the heart so it bleeds out, so you bleed out all that pain and all that sadness and all that grief. Even if it's just shedding tears, it's healing you because you're getting all that emotion out. And when you get the emotion out, you can then, like a wound, you can stitch it back up and you can heal. Now we've got here, I got this in the last reading, something similar. The 9 of Swords, that's nightmares, panic attacks. So you might be worrying unnecessarily about something that you cannot control, or you feel you can't control, or you're having nightmares, or you're blowing everything out in the news is upsetting you and impacting you on a psychological level. So people out there should be reaching out to lifeline counsellors, people like that. I know that we've got counsellors set up in place now, like telehealth, and I've got one telehealth lady. She's fantastic. Her name is Melissa Clare, child psychologist, amazing. I just wanted to plug it because she really helped me through a lot of stuff. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Autumn, and this is talking about not the right time for a career change. So if someone's looking to change their career, this is not the time to do it. Stay on the path you're on, and reach out to others for assistance if needed. So if you need any food or you need counselling, you know, there's always a pastor down at the Lifeline. I go to a place called The Granary, and there's a pastor there named Peter, and she's lovely, and she's there to talk to people that have gone through stuff. Even if sit to have a cup of tea and just have a chat with someone, she's there to listen. And you donate money, you give $1 for a bag of veggies, which is fantastic. You get a big bag of veggies, and that does me for a week usually, and I share it with people I live here with. But I find that she's really good and very positive, and you know, will lend an ear. So if you're going through something, she's quite good. And they've got groceries for cheap, so you can get like groceries that you pay $4 in Coles for, you get it like for $2 or something like that. So I really like that they do that. Which reminds me, I have to go down there later to pick up some more veggies. I think she's open till 3 or 4. I think it might be 4 now because COVID's gone back to normal. 3 to 4 o'clock. I'm not completely sure. You could call them. And they can even put them aside for you. You'd have to wear a mask, but you can go in there and get your veggies, or they can shop for you. And you have to prove that you've had the vaccine. That's the only thing. Everywhere's like that at the moment. You have to prove that you've got the vaccine, and it has to say double vax. So that's what they're specifying at the library. Oh, and we've got here, I pulled this out with the Pisces card, Empress. It's a mother card. So it's talking about taking action, your creativity, you're working on a project, a baby project, or this is Aries, or you're expecting to build a new job with it's in creative industries like writing, drawing, painting, or videotape editing, making movies, if you're in the creative fields, television production assistant, anything where it's creative that you can sink your teeth in is going to be really healthy for you, and it will result in money for future generations. So that's so cool. It says the financial security of your children, making wise investments. Some of you may be planning for retirement, honouring family traditions. You're thinking how to set it up so you've got money to leave to your children, a job that enables you to build something that can, benefit the next generation. If I win the lotto, I'm going to buy myself a big house. Big enough so my kids can go and live in it and rent out the rooms, and I'll go and live somewhere else. That's what I would do. They can stay there for a year. And then they can move or go overseas or whatever they want to do. It just flew out. The Magician. So this is the manifestation. So at the moment it's saying you have people around you that are going to look after you and try to help you and mother you and protect you and support you in your new chosen career, whether it's something in the creative industries that will earn you money, that will benefit you in the future. But it's also talking about you manifesting new opportunities in. So if you don't get the job that you want right now, there's a new one coming. And it's to do with manifestation. It's the Aries card. This is the typical Aries card. The hat is the Aries because it's the Magician. And he's got his sword, usually in the old deck, the Rider-Waite tarot deck. There's an athame, which is a sword. There's a pentacle. There's a cup. And there's a wand. So there's like your 5 tools that you use to manifest, whether it be through fire, water, earth, or air. That's how you manifest. So if you're looking to get a job, try and walk around barefoot on the grass or walk around on the sand, to pull the earth energy in, which is money and solid, to keep you grounded. If you're struggling to ground, which I do every day, they say walk on earth, walk on the grass, walk on the sand, and get in touch with, the land so you can ground yourself. Eat plants or food that is ground-based, like carrots and potatoes. They're grounding foods. Apparently they keep you rooted to the ground so you won't go off in your astral projections, which happens to people that are privy to it. I have a lot of those. I often go travelling to see where my next place is to move to. And I got last night very strong Sydney. I was in Sydney and I was living there and I was in a hotel room with my boys, visiting, looking around, looking for jobs, looking for places. And I could see my son had my deck of tarot cards, these ones, and he had them hidden. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, he was little. He came through as a little boy. And he's like, I don't want you to have those cards anymore. I'm like, why? He said, because I don't want you doing the cards. And I'm like, but I do them. I've always done them. And he goes, yeah, no, you need a different deck. So that's my warning. I have to get a new deck because I've had these since 2015. And maybe I've dragged that energy, all that upheaval, I've attracted it to me. Like attracts like. So if you get a brand new deck, that's got new energy, not old energy. You're not bringing that old energy into your aura, into your esoteric field. So your esoteric field is your aura, and everything that comes in contact with it, even if you're hugging someone or you're wearing their jumper. It's an old saying, don't put on a pregnant woman's jumper because you'll be pregnant. And it's a very old wives' tale, but it actually is a true thing. So you've got to be careful whose shoes you walk in, what you're trying to attract. If you're buying stuff from Lifeline, make sure you wash it or you soak it in fabric softener or something to cleanse the energy, because that energy could be someone that passed over, and that you could attract death and whatever that is in some form or another. So it's what you put out there is what you attract. That's what I try to teach people. And I dreamt about this castle, this tower that was falling down. And there's a beautiful building, I think it's number 627 in town in Newcastle. And I'm pretty sure the architectural structure was made by my great-great-great-grandfather, Henry Hardiman, who was a stonemason. And it's got the same, I guess, is it Corinthians? Corinthians. The same Corinthians which hold up the posts, and the same artwork that's displayed in the tabernacle. So I know that that's part of it. Because they did a lot of work around Newcastle. The Team G building's the other one. And I'm pretty sure the music place where you go to learn how to play guitar or sing has got the same, used to be a travel agent, the same architectural design. And I dreamt that building, that 627, they're trying to sell it at the moment, it gets sold and they pull it down, and it's really sad because that's one of my great-great-great-grandfather's designs and building, architectural builds. So they're going to pull it down and put something else there. It's been up for auction for a while, but I saw it like in rubble. So I'm thinking there's a tower moment coming for me, but also a tower moment because that's an ancestry lineage attached to me. So, towers mean upside down, upheaval. There's going to be an upheaval coming that Aries, you might not be prepared for. So it says get your affairs in order because there could be something happening and you're just not aware of it. Don't take any time for granted. If you need to make amends with that person that is like family or, a past relationship, it's just make amends, because we don't know how long we've got. So ever since COVID, every day is precious. Every day is a gift. Just be grateful for it. Okay, and we have, this is the wisdom of the Oracle for Aries. I keep getting cats. I don't know what that's about, but there's a lot of cat energy around for someone out there. And the numbers 47, 44. I don't know what that's about. Someone 47, 44. Now 4 is a death number. So again, it's like death. So this year, 2021 works out to be a 4. Sorry, no, it's a 5, which is work related. Enchanted gifts. Oh, that's a nice card to pull. That's one of my favourites. I think I might have put on one of the past readings that I was walking. I was just walking and I pulled this card. It was a Saturday morning and I was just going for a long walk, where I usually go, the long bloody walk. And it's down near into town. It's a long walk. Goes past Throsby Creek. And I went past the entrance to the bridge that you cross over to the park, there, Islington Park. And I found the side of the road this beautiful pink box with all these dolls in it and all these toys for girls, which 2 little girls live here. I brought it home and I now have the box. I kept it for putting my linen in and underwear in it. And it's just weird because I pulled this card and then I found it on the side of the road. So visualization, if you like attracts like, the law of attraction is a real deal. So that's exchanging gifts. And Treasure Island. So it's birthday card season. So some of you out there who are Aries or might have a Scorpion ascendant, is birthday season. 27. The law of giving and receiving trade-offs. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, yet in order to honour them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Love is an exchange of life force energy between 2 beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours. All your hard work and effort, your commitment to learning, creating and spending your time wisely pays off in ways you may not have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas and the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronistic events, meeting and opportunities to bring you success and more. Everything is an exchange. Keep what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. Well, that's a good thing to do. So just by helping out, by bringing groceries to the house or buying bread for the people, or, it's an exchange of energy. Helping the person on the bus, like I spoke about in the Pisces reading. Had the door stoppers at the right place at the right time, but I helped them. Treasure Island, 9. And this is like finding, I don't know, money. The law of attraction brings dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking make manifest abundance appearing. This is to do with the manifestation card, the Magician. And the sharing of good fortune. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognise that X marks the spot. Some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off eternally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. So at this time you can be confident that success is yours. Your ideas are hitting the mark and you're in a true manifestation period when you will see the evidence of the seeds of prosperity you planted in the past. The appearance of this card in a reading indicates that your dreams and aspirations align with concrete signs of prosperity in the world of form. This is a very auspicious and fortunate time for business. Creative projects will flourish as inspiration strikes. Share your wealth with others too. Generosity and gratitude should lead you now. Yeah, that's it. Try and help others where you can. We're in the year of Taurus as well. You've got to remember, that's why I keep picking up Taurus cards, because Taurus is the oxen in the Chinese horoscope. So we've got that energy. Oh, that's it. I was only thinking about this card yesterday. For some reason it was on my brain. The Golden Palace. It reminds me of like somewhere in, I don't know, India, with this beautiful palace that you can only get into if you're royalty. Some of you may be royalty. Wishing well. Oh, this is good too. Make a wish. I go to the fountain to do my wishes. I go to the Civic Park, Captain Cook's bridge, it's a sculpture. It's meant to be the Captain Cook's ship, and it's right in front of the Newcastle Library. And I go there and I make my wishes, and I do it also off the bridge across, going to Maryville, coming into Newcastle from the city. And I always make my wish off there because it's a really old bridge. It's been there since 1800s when the floods happened. So I think it's got some sort of magic because, we're all attached to things that are old, and sometimes the things that are old should stay in place because they have a history, they have an energy about them. So I make my wishes in places that have got strong energy, or I feel strong in. So it says wishing well. 48 and 23, and they've both got gold in them, so that's interesting. Some of you Aries may need to wear more yellow. Yellow is a positive card. Because you're a fire sign, yellow, oranges and reds probably make you more cranky. So to calm that farm down, wear cooler colours if you're particularly cranky that day. But I guess every now and then a bit of yellow wouldn't hurt. It's lucky. 23. And Pisces card, they're more cold. You need to warm them up a bit. So with Pisces, I'd be wearing more fiery colours. Doing your purples and doing your pinks, because that's still fire colour. Purples and pinks and silver and charcoal grey suit. There is always enough. The Golden Palace represents good fortune, ambitions, fulfilled wealth and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from where you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to greater riches now. Share the wealth. 48. Whether it be your time, your energy, that's your currency. That's your, I think I read somewhere this word, that's your agency by what you do. How you treat people is your currency. But your agency is what you give power to. So if you give power to money and wealth, then that's all it will be, money and wealth. Desire is a sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but do let go of attachment to ownership. Desire is the most important impulse for creating. Now you're seeing a relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing the moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment. When everything makes sense, perhaps you recognize a soulmate or conceiving an idea, or the wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable you new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way, like IVF. You may be going through IVF. For some people trying to have a baby that way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin in the wishing well. Then trust its spirit, prepared to be amazed. And it's interesting because it talks about conceiving a baby through IVF or through, medical, I guess, medical procedures, which weren't even, we couldn't even do that back in the day. Like, it's fairly new. IVF has not been around that long. We used to only be able to have a baby naturally or not at all, or you'd adopt, or you'd become a great auntie. But I've been reading this really good book, and it's the biography of Jessica Rowe. It's called Is This My Beautiful Life? And it's amazing what she went through. I'm just reading it, how it took her so long to conceive a baby. She did like 8 rounds of IVF. And, they have to have an 8-cell count. That's what they were saying. It had to be 8 cells in order for conceive, or take 6 eggs to try and impregnate the 8 cells. And the hell she went through, and the hormone swing she went through. And she had to still do her job and get up at 4 a.m, and people are hunting her down for photos and giving her crap, basically, because she'd just taken over the Today Show, and they didn't like her, and they were making fun of her, and they were trying to get her sacked, and all these things were going on, and still, no wonder it was hard for her to conceive. But eventually, she had the stress of all that. Eventually, she conceived, and it was like a miracle for both of them, for Peter Overton and for Jessica Rowe. And I thought to myself, she was saying in the memoir, people are so lucky they can just have babies at the drop of a hat. How come I can't have that? She had ovarian problems like I've got, polycystic ovary syndrome. That's why she couldn't conceive. So you could conceive and then it would just go away. It just doesn't stay there, or had too many issues with it. And it's common with people, with women. It's like endometriosis in a way. And she thought she would always be able to have babies, but she never knew it would be so difficult, until finally she did have a baby, and she got 2 out of the IVF. So it's interesting, like attracts like. When you read about something, sometimes you pick it up on the energy. So for anyone out there who's trying to conceive, if Jessica Rowe could have a baby, anyone can have a baby. That's determined force of nature. I'm pretty sure she's probably got Aries in her chart. They're very determined, they're very dogged about what they want to go after. She pursued her move from, I think it was 7 or 10 to 9, and she had a court case over it, and it was all up in the air, and eventually they let her go, but she'd expired a contract, and she had to go through all that, and finally she got the dream job, and then she had all this stuff happen to her, because they didn't like her to fit the role. There was some problem with some of them there, but she never gave up. She just kept doing her job, turning up to work at the right time, was very professional, and through it, she got through it because she was professional. And that's an Aries nature. They carry out their job. They go from start to finish. If they tell you they're going to do this and they're going to sell that and that we're going to achieve these sales, they do it because they like to be the winner. They like to be in front. They like to be the leader. Aries people have a dogged determination. They like to be the leader of the pack. That's what I'm getting. And actually, one famous Aries I know, which I went and saw in person in what was it, Newcastle train station, what used to be Newcastle train station, and he's our favourite medium, is Mitchell Coombs. He's amazing. He's a true Aries. You can tell. He's just got a knack for things. I just love his artwork. It's got him here. This is what I like. Be still, be true, and messages from spirit will come to rest upon you like a butterfly on a rose. And whenever I see butterflies or feathers or coins, he said that's your spirit trying to get through to you, that they're around you. So you might be short $2, or you thought you had no money, and all of a sudden you'll find coins in your purse. And he said that's because of someone who's passed over, who's a penny pincher, is giving you money so that you can get through the week because you're low in cash, penny pinching. Or, if you go, he said, if you go up to the grave to pray for your grandmother, You don't need to. She's with you all the time. She's with you when you get up. She's with you when you go to sleep. She's with you when you go to the gravesite with the flowers. He's like, why would you waste all that money and time and effort when she's actually with you all the time? And I really liked that. He's like, if you need help, you call upon your ancestors for help. You ask for them for advice. Your angel team is around you all the time. Your guardian angels, your spirit guides. But most of all, people that have passed over that loved you. So for anyone out there who's missing family or going through some grief right now, they're around you. Yes, they've passed from this world. But as I've found from 4 near-death experiences, there is another beyond. It doesn't just stop here. You just transform into a different energy. You just become everything. You're everywhere. And then you come back. Sometimes they choose to come back. I was talking to a man that lives here. He said sometimes they choose to come back into another lifetime. They're reborn. They reincarnate. Anyway, that's enough for me. Thank you.